here I am, bigSHow, theGod. Just going to do a quick podcast, kind of following up from the last one, leveling up. Quite like that. It kind of goes with progressive mindset. So yeah, let's explore that some more. We say it out loud. So if we go today's thoughts. It was last time's. So we go level up. I'm going to go, actually I'm going to go level up. So I've already done the other parts, we're going to go creative. It's the creative part. I'm going to go create the creative. Yeah, level up creative. And what do I mean by that? So I seem to have a bit of a kind of overview or balanced kind of way of looking at things, I think. So from reasoning, from rationality to what's relative, what's skeptic, kind of perspectives, right? And then what comes from that, because that's quite broad. Everything gets broader and broader, which in a sense, from that broadness, you think, well, where's the creativity in that? Well, you can have them, but you still need some lines to be creative, in my opinion. So, whether I like it or not, creative has, I mean, even the word suggests planning. You go, well, no, you don't plan being creative. Well, when you're soundboarding and you're talking it out, you think you kind of are. You're creating these boundaries. You go, well, that's not creative then. It is. Because if it keeps infinitely going out there, you never get to do anything. So boundaries, planning and boundaries are part of creativity, in my opinion. Because you're the most creative when you have those. I'm talking about the boundaries. Planning is a symptom of that. Because otherwise, the creativity doesn't really create anything if you don't do it, you know, and to do it, the planning supports the doing. Planning boundaries. So when I look at those, and I stay emotional on those, we go emotional bound. And connection basis for the creativity. That's when visions come in. Create a vision. If you like the word goal. That's how they all kind of tie in. being creative, with visions and goals, with planning, boundaries, they'll create this, be self-aware, this emotional connection. And to me, all of those go together. And so on the speech of leveling up, now the leveling up is that we're here. Well, not we, I'm here. So I'm here. What's leveling up look like? Well, weirdly, if I follow this process, the leveling up is inevitable. But then what does the level up look like? That's the beautiful part. It looks like the outcome. I just describe it as a level up, right? It's a description. It's a place from where I am now to where I'm going to be. And that's where I like these 3 words. They seem to keep resonating. And then the other layer of that don't know if I spelled that right, whatever. That's kind of the model. That's kind of the model that I prescribe to. Now, the more intense I do this, the more I really push at this, the bigger the level up. So what's going against some of these things? What will happen to fear? Well, they're going to come in there, aren't they? Because fear is going to pop up. What's an inherent thing? Say, let's go a little bit less. Laziness. Let's go doubt. Doubt's a big one, actually. Doubt's up there with fear, in my opinion. Let's take laziness out for a sec. Let's go fear. 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 Doubt. Fear, doubt, insecurity is a good one. Now those things come along all the time. Every time we take a step, every time we plan something, every time we see the boundaries, fear and doubt come in. They're like the roadblocks, but if we keep pushing on the valuing, ownership, accountability, responsibility, keep planning, keep pushing the boundaries, or keep being creative, you'll realize when these things are overtaking these things, right? Fear, so those are the 3 things, in my opinion, holding me back right now from leveling up. these are what? Combats. So yeah, that's a good sharing one today. I guess within relationships, relationship level up. Be specific. Relationship leveling up. In my mind, is practicing the above, which is valuing others, but then there's communicating, and the communication is tough, because communication comes with vulnerability. Through sharing. Okay. Without those in there, the communication is not good enough, in my opinion. So those are the things that are the secret sauce. Because not everyone has that same amount of cognitive awareness to be able to communicate, or actually up their communication skills. They have a way. You have the way you're doing it now, correct? How do I level that up? How do I keep improving on that? How do I see my blind spots? Well, here's stuff that you can keep practicing and doing. And really all that does is allow you to be able to be self-aware. It'll lead you to that. Because you've turned theory into practice, and then whatever the result is, you will see, feel, hear, smell. And then that will add to your self-awareness you already have now. And so every project I have on at the moment has some of these elements to it. I have all these, some, if not all. And the reason they have all is because I put them in there. Because I'm consciously aware of that. Because I'm self-aware of that. So everywhere I go, those points there, I could add a couple of other words, but those there are really in there. And these three things are the ones that I challenge, and then the communication is that enough? Okay, and here's one key one. We'll call it listening, and I'll even active listening. And for me, listening and active listening is kind of is the learning. So within the community, within the people thing. So don't get me wrong, I'm learning stuff all the time, but through this process, the learning comes. So there's active listening, active. So then in that is the learning, the measuring. I mean, it's part of using the totality of it all. And it's quite powerful when you lead in with all these types of things. Where you end up. And why these pieces here become very important. Being self-aware every day. So these are my daily kind of pieces I practice. So yeah, let's keep